You already know. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. A little over 48 hours as of this recording from the 2023 NFL Draft, and I'm recording this the day after there was this bombshell, so to speak. If you listen to the so-called journalists out there, there's this bombshell of a trade between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers, sending the great Aaron Rodgers, that bad man, to the New York Jets, which I ain't gonna front. It's a big deal. I'm not gonna front. It's a big deal, and Aaron Rodgers is a one-of-a-kind quarterback. I get all that. I'm 1,000% in agreement with all that. Here's my issue, especially around this time. Why do we give a shit? Why do we care so much about that quarterback position? Why? Understand the games, yes, they are very important. You need a leader, you need a conviction and all that. But a quarterback is only as good as its team is going to take it. A quarterback is only as good as his offensive line makes him. A quarterback is only as good as the defense. A quarterback is only as good as the overall structure of the team. All right, and then because it's draft day, because we're so close to the draft, I got to remind everyone of two fairly newer franchises when it comes to the NFL. One is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Their inaugural season, if I'm not mistaken, was in the 1976, and the Baltimore Ravens, whose inaugural season was 1996, in the 90s. All right, so fairly new franchises. And between these franchises, there's four Super Bowls between those two franchises. And there's six Hall of Famers, but four of them is who I'm going to talk about today. Four Hall of Famers that really set the nucleus, really set the foundation for this organization, for the organization to do great things, all right? Excuse me. As far as the Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens, the year was 1996. They had two players. This was the first ever draft that they had. Didn't even have a team name. It's Ray Lewis, Jonathan Ogden. Two first ballot Hall of Famers, all right? That's an offensive lineman and an inside linebacker. And as far as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it was, I think, the year after that. I believe it was 1997, in which they drafted Derrick Brooks and Warren Sapp. Again, two Hall of Famers, one D lineman, the other one was an outside backer. These are interior front seven guys that built a foundation. They built a foundation, and that's how you win. When you look about, let's just go back to the two Super Bowls. The first Super Bowls that the Ravens won and the first Super Bowl that the Buccaneers won, it was all defense. A defensive absolute domination. There's a dominant defensive performance from both teams, and that's how you win games. You win games on the defensive side of the ball, being able to stop people. I'm not taking anything away from the importance of the quarterback position, but what we're doing to these kids, what we're doing to Bryce Young and CJ Stroud and the kid out of Kentucky and the kid out of Florida, the hype that we give these quarterbacks, it's ruining them because you cannot put the pressure, that kind of pressure on a young kid to have them be responsible for an entire franchise. I can stand up here and talk for hours upon hours about the amount of quarterbacks that have busted, the amount of quarterbacks that we spent money that have been way overpaid and have ruined franchises. Take a lesson, all right? Take a lesson, all you business owners that are listening to me right now. You're listening to the man who hosts a show with the #1 podcast on innovative teamwork. If you Google innovative teamwork right now, you're going to see Aswand Cruickshank's show, the Move Swiftly podcast, the podcast that you're listening to this from. You're going to see that is the #1 show on innovative teamwork. It's because I learn from this game. I'm teaching you something about this game. When you're building your business, really start with those front seven guys. Those guys are going to build a foundation and that are reliable. The Jonathan Ogdens, the Ray Lewises, the Derrick Brooks, the Warren Sapps, those people that create the foundation, and then you build from that. Don't try to go out and get the fancy quarterback now. You got to build from within. Understand, Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, and he damn near could have he probably would have taken his team, to a Super Bowl had it not been for an injury, all right? So take that into consideration as you're going out and you're building your businesses. What's going to create the foundation for my business? And again, I have a whole lot more to say on this. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, but I have a whole lot more to say on this. To get more, the main website is makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.